Welcome to picturesque Boise, Idaho, a perfect evening for college football. And yes, as you know, the field is blue, and it is also electrified because tonight, the Boise State Broncos open another season at Albertson Stadium. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the ACC, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Broncos ready to get this thing started and open the season. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. Goes to the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's going for it all. Snags it down the right side. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to...
That's a live ball. And the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. When you're trying to get to that thing, you know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Offense working from the pistol. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown Gators! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Fair catch called for and made. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Fires and picked off.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And now this offense will take the field again. The option look. The pitch. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good...
He's off to the races. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Guys, he's already got 44 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground, he's got it again. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 7, Boise State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the run, it's Ncaa. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully, you get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boise State. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the Tigers and Jayhawks just can't get along, and thankfully we have a winner in the border war between Kansas and Missouri. Kansas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Now the pitch. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it on? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
At the 45 on his way. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Right back to the well. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. Now facing a 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Ncaa. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And it's no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Florida 14, Boise State 7.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run the option. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Oh, look out! And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Second down coming up.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Now on the option. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. He's got it. And tackled there by the defense.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming with the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
3rd and goal for the offense. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of the...
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Crosses to 40. And he breaks into the open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Slips away. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it.
Looking for a huge play. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here comes the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. To the air. It's Glagway. On the run, still looking. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Look, it's sloppy out here. It's wet. The ball is slick. It's not easy to kick in these types of conditions. That's now a second missed field goal, but I know this kicker's disappointed of himself because he's good enough to make these kicks.
Wants to throw on first down. Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that D-end getting that sack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's a 4th down.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Memphis took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Tigers that fired on all cylinders. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Getting some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against them.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
28, Boise State, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. You've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss. Here on 3rd down.
On the option. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's got room. Afterburner's coming. The 20. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
35. Boise State, 14.
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Sets a kickoff.
He'll call for the fair catch here. First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Nelson. He makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Wants to fire on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken. Reason why they're going to lose this game.
They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
To the ground from the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
He's brought down at the 33. Second down going up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
A third and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Shoots it to the left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. The receiver's telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Plants it fly. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Fair catch, called for and made. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn.
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! The AT unit on the field. And it's up and no good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 7 over Louisville. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And here comes the offense on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Goes to the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. Then the season we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue